Welcome one and all in here, out there, to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. I just want to start off tonight, of course you got some joy in the house tonight. I want to start by saying Happy Juneteenth, everybody. Happy Juneteenth. Great day to celebrate freedom. Yes. It's a day that commemorates the end of slavery in America, specifically June 19th, 1865, the day that Union Army Major General Gordon Granger rode into Galveston, Texas, and told a group of enslaved people that the Civil War had ended. Of course, Lee had actually surrendered at Appomattox back in April, so that news had traveled slowly. In fact, according to some flags I've seen on boats, that news has not reached parts of my home state of South Carolina yet. Juneteenth is a day of joy, so Donald Trump doesn't like it. Is this really the first day? On the first day of this administration, he signed an executive order against what he called DEI, that forced federal agencies to halt all activities linked to holidays like MLK Day, Black History Month, and Juneteenth. So, he wants celebrating Juneteenth to be controversial now. Well, I don't care if this loses me advertisers. I have to speak my mind. Jim, meet me at the Courage Cam. I think slavery was wrong. Where do I find it? Where do I find it? Where's it come from? This administration may want to erase this holiday, but as one activist said, you can't cancel Juneteenth. There's been communities celebrating this since 1866. That's right, you cannot stop people from celebrating freedom. You can't make them turn down their joy. It's a sentiment best expressed by one of our great American poets. Burn down for what? Nothing. For nothing. For nothing. If you're celebrating Juneteenth, please remember to celebrate responsibly. Or please forget that, because reportedly, the U.S. Dietary Guidelines will soon scrap its daily limit of alcohol. Way ahead of you. Welcome to RFK Jr.'s Health and Human Services, everybody. where vaccine shots are discouraged, but tequila shots are not. And there's no need to worry about measles. Let's just get a round of Jaeger bombs for the neonatal ward, shall we? Now, keep in mind, this mindless nonsense isn't coming out of nowhere, because major alcohol industry players have lobbied lawmakers throughout the review process. Well, at least the alcohol industry is finally being consistent. I mean, for years, Coors was telling us to drink responsibly and never operate heavy machinery, all the while their mascot was a train that runs on beer. So, not sure why I sound so angry. Anyway, it's the alcohol, that's why. So what are the new recommendations for chug-a-luggin'? The updated dietary guidelines are expected to include a brief statement encouraging Americans to drink in moderation. Yes, because that is something Americans are great at, moderation. It's why our most beloved meal is Doritos Reasonable Tacos. Go for some of that right now. Here in New York, today was what meteorologists call steamier than Beelzebub's butt crack. It's not even, you guys enjoy that out there in line? Not even, it's not even officially summer yet. That doesn't start until the solstice, which marks the longest day of the year. Now, the solstice normally falls on the 21st of June, but this year, the longest day has been every day. And That's my only Marlon Brando. It's my only Brando impression. The hot is about to heat up, everybody, starting tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, the meteorologists are forecasting a massive heat wave across the U.S. with temperatures reaching or exceeding 100 degrees for 35 million people. The nation has not seen anything this hot since the release of my romantasy novel, A Court of Butts and Bigger Butts. Will the Baroness give in to her forbidden lust for the Centaur King? The answer is sex. We'll also be getting tropical levels of humidity, which means it's time to break out my straw fedora. There you go. Or as my wife Evie calls it, the deal breaker. Take a look at this bonkers heat map for next week. The light pink at top means caution. The darker pink is extreme caution, and the dark orange is where the meteorologists touch the map after eating Cheetos. As you can see, we here in New York, we're in the hot zone, where temperatures are set to go up to 100 degrees. Now, normally, to get that sweaty in New York City, you have to get on the subway and read my romantasy sequel, A Sword of Waves and Penis. Will the Mer Princess finally succumb to Poseidon's throbbing trident? The answer is so steamy, you might need the deal breaker. I look too good. I look too good in this.
Nice.
Speaking of pale sea creatures, Elon Musk. Old E-Town is taking a break from destroying our government so it can focus on his companies like SpaceX. And last night in Starbase, Texas, was the big launch of the unmanned Starship rocket. It was an opportunity for Elon to do what he does best. Jim, here we go. They're testing the blammo! I just want to be clear. Folks, I just want to be clear. I believe in space exploration passionately. So while we have our distances, I just want to say to Elon, ha ha. Still, you can fix this stuff, right? Still, success, failure, it's all part of the romance of rocket science. It reminds me of my favorite Elton John song.
She packed my bags last night, pre-flight.
He's fine. As we speak, my friends, America stands on the brink of the precipice of the edge of possibly finding out if Donald Trump is going to bomb Iran. We've all been desperately trying to read Trump's tea leaves. His type of tea? Insana. Well, this afternoon...
Quality joke.
There you got that
Quality
one?
joke.
Quality
I
joke.
got it.
Take some time. All the best things take time. This afternoon, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said this.
I have a message directly from the president, and I quote, "Based on the fact that there's a substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, I will make my decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks."
Yes, because 2 weeks' notice is so important. Trump understands that starting a war in the Middle East is a lot like quitting your sales job at Best Buy. It's just polite. It's possible Trump hasn't made up his mind about bombing Iran because he's too distracted by the stuff he wants to destroy here, because now he's got his sights on the Federal Reserve. Yesterday, sitting Fed Chair Jerome Powell held interest rates steady. He didn't lower them, but Trump wants them much lower. So this morning he posted, "Too late, Jerome Powell is costing our country hundreds of billions of dollars. Too late's an American disgrace." You want a real American disgrace? That half-assed nickname, Too Late. Too late, you can't do better than too late? What about loose bowel Jerome Powell? Or what about, hold on, what about Jerome the business gnome won't lower mortgage rates on your home? Come on. I'm sorry. This country used to have standards. Meatball Ron, Sloppy Steve, Little Marco. Yesterday, at his big dumb full, flag brag with the poll, Trump proposed a replacement for Powell, and you'll never guess, you know who he said.
Maybe I should go to the Fed. Am I allowed to appoint myself, Doug? I don't know. Am I allowed to appoint myself at the Fed? I do a much better job than these people.
Okay, so he's president, he's commander-in-chief, he's chair of the Kennedy Center, and now he wants to run the Fed. I doubt he could keep all of those straight. Ladies and gentlemen, as chair of the Fed, I'm announcing a revival of cats, okay? Here to announce, bring him in, here to announce our new interest rate, Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer. Skimbleshanks couldn't be here because he's flying a stealth bomber over Tehran right now. Memories, I wish I still had memories, but my brain's made of pudding. Yum, 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 yum. My brain. We got a great show for you tonight. I'll be talking to Florida representative